Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another Meals of the Week video. I'm trying to make these videos a tiny bit longer just so you can see more of the meals that we're having. This was one that I actually had at the weekend by myself, so as you know I usually do 5 midweek meals, but I decided to throw this one in because I actually had time to film it. This is one of the ones that's already on my channel, broccoli and parma ham pasta. It is, but I didn't have the parma ham, I don't think, this time. But I just threw in some carrots as an extra. I just love the flavour of this pasta. It's like a lemon and stock flavoured pasta. It's absolutely delicious. One of my go-to meals. On this day we had burgers with hash browns, onion rings. We had ciabatta buns, which we love to have, or brioche buns with them. I also did some bacon. I wanted it a bit crispier than that, but I just ran out of time. Everything was like either starting to burn or wasn't cooking right. It's just one of those days. I've got some onion relish in mine and some whatever that salad's called. I forget the name of it now. Kids pour their sauces and stuff on afterwards. But yeah, just a really nice filling dinner. Absolutely delicious. I'm really enjoying it with the hash browns in it. I've never been a fan of hash browns actually, ever, but I am enjoying them in the burgers, and just having that bit of bacon as well just really adds to it. We have had a roast dinner for the second week in a row. So I did the air fryer roast potatoes again, and they came out perfectly. I used the beef rib that's been in my freezer since before Christmas. I did some red cabbage, which I cooked in with the beef in all the juices. Broccoli and carrots, obviously, as you can see. Kids had Yorkshire puddings. So again, I'm using stuff out of my freezer. The Yorkshire pudding's been taking up space in my freezer. The beef rib was taking up a lot of space. I'd bought that as a backup in case I couldn't get a nice big bone-in one from the butcher's, which I did manage to get in the end, but it was quite hard to get. So this was my backup, so obviously I wanted to use that. And with the burger meal, the hash browns and the onion rings, again, they were just sat in the freezer. There was only a few in a bag, so I wanted to use them all up. Now on to this one. This one's exciting. This is one of my new slow cooker meals that I did all the prep for. This is a sweet peach chicken. So I prepped 4 slow cooker chicken dinners, and I put 3 in the freezer and 1 I cooked that day. Last week's one was a disaster. This week's one was brilliant. Really easy to do. Sorry, my dog's making some noise in the background. Stop it. Really super easy to do. Kids absolutely loved this one. They didn't really like the peach pieces as much. I cooked it for 3.5 hours and I checked it, and the chicken was just perfect, so I got that out. There is a video coming out for this, or it may have already come out depending what day. I think this one will come out first, and there will be a video on all the slow cooker meals that I did, so take a look at that. That is a finished product. There was loads of like saucy broth in the bottom to cover the rice and make it all nice and moist. It tasted better than it looked, apparently. As I've mentioned, I cannot eat these meals due to allergies, but all the kids had it. All the kids liked it. Oh, she didn't want any peppers in hers, so hers looks really bland, but the taste was there. And sometimes, you know, does it matter if it doesn't look bright and vibrant, as long as the taste is there. I had this instead, so I just had some of the plain rice. I did a gammon steak, which was one of my ones from Muscle Foods. Obviously pineapple there, some tender stem broccoli. This gammon steak was not as good as my usual one from Sainsbury's. I must admit, this had some lumpy gristly bits like in the middle of the meat. It tasted lovely, but I've got to sort of downgrade it a little bit because I had about 3 lumps of gristle where there shouldn't have been any. But this was a lovely dinner. I knocked that together in less than 10 minutes. Microwave rice, and it was just left over from what the kids had, or else it would have been wasted. So that was great. And then on our last day, I think this is, so I'm doing 2 different dinners because again, yeah, just this is what we do sometimes. Alexa, stop. That's my timer. So 2 different dinners. This one here, I decided to make fajitas, but I decided to put sweet corn in it because they don't love onions and they don't love peppers. They'll tolerate them to a certain extent. And I was like, what else can I put in the fajita mix? So that's obviously the fajita flavoured chicken, excuse me, with the peppers and the sweet corn. They loved the addition of the sweet corn. I will need to do that again. We just threw a little bit of rice, some sauce in with those fajitas. So that one I think was Daisy's, I can't remember, but I put a few of those together and kids absolutely loved them. And this was mine. This is the American barbecue wok. I talk about this all the time. This is one of my go-to meals for me, something that I'm not allergic to and I can actually eat. I know that looks like a massive portion, it's not as big as it looks. So I had loads of lettuce with that, rice which I cooked myself, I didn't do microwave rice, I did rice for everyone, the chicken wok, and I had that with some bread. So what I did was I just kind of dished up everything and then I saved what was left over for the next day to have for lunch. We had naan breads that needed using, maybe a slight odd combination, but it works for me because it's a wet sauce that I can use with my naan bread. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's meals and I will see you soon. Bye.